Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic I get asked about all the time: self-discipline. It's something a lot of us struggle with, right? We have big goals, but then life gets in the way and we find ourselves procrastinating on the things that really matter. But here's the thing about self-discipline. It's not some magical trait you're born with. It's a skill. And just like any skill, it can be learned and cultivated over time. The key is to establish simple habits that support your goals and help you stay consistent. In this video, I'm sharing 7 of my favorite habits that have helped me personally to build self-discipline and overcome procrastination. These are practical tips you can start implementing right away to see real results. So, let's jump in. All right, the first habit, and this might seem obvious, but it's amazing how often we skip this step: set clear goals. It's not enough to have a vague idea of what you want to achieve. You need to get specific. What exactly do you want to accomplish? Why is it important to you? And what does success look like? When you have a clear vision of where you're going, it's a lot easier to stay motivated and on track. Think of it like using Google Maps. If you just type in somewhere nice, you're not going to get very far. But if you put in a specific address, Google Maps can map out the exact route to get you there. Your goals are your destination. Make them clear, make them specific, and write them down somewhere you can see them every day. This will serve as a constant reminder of what you're working towards. Habit number 2 is all about creating a routine. Establishing a routine can be a game changer in your daily life. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, routines? They're so boring. But let's dive deeper into why they are essential. But trust me on this one. Routines are the backbone of self-discipline. They provide structure and predictability, which can be incredibly empowering. When you have a consistent routine, you're not wasting mental energy every morning trying to decide what to do and when to do it. This frees up your mind for more important decisions throughout the day. You've already made those decisions, so you can just get started. This can lead to a more productive and less stressful day. Think about it like this. What's something you're already good at? How did you get good at it? Maybe it's cooking a certain dish or playing an instrument. These skills didn't develop overnight. They required practice and consistency. Chances are you've developed a routine around that activity without even realizing it. This routine helped you improve and master the skill. You have a system, you follow the steps, and you get consistent results. This is the power of a well-established routine. The same principle applies to building self-discipline. By creating routines, you set yourself up for success. Start by creating a simple morning routine. This can set a positive tone for the rest of your day. Maybe it's waking up at the same time each day, meditating for 10 minutes, or even just taking a few moments to breathe deeply, or going for a quick walk. These small actions can have a big impact on your overall well-being. Gradually, you can start building out your routine to include other areas of your life, like planning your day, setting goals, and reflecting on your progress, like work, exercise, and even your downtime. By doing so, you create a balanced and fulfilling life. Okay, so you've got your goals, you've got your routine. Now it's time to talk about prioritization. This is habit number 3, and it's all about learning to manage your time and energy effectively. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, but it's how we choose to use those hours that makes all the difference. And the key to using your time wisely is to prioritize your tasks. Not all tasks are created equal. Some tasks are more important and urgent than others. So how do you figure out what to focus on first? Well, one helpful framework is the Eisenhower matrix. The Eisenhower matrix is a simple tool that helps you categorize your tasks based on their urgency and importance. You've got your urgent and important tasks, which you should do immediately. Then there are important but not urgent tasks, which you should schedule time for. Then you've got urgent but not important tasks, which you should delegate if possible. And finally, there are tasks that are neither urgent nor important, and those are the ones you can probably eliminate altogether. By using a system like the Eisenhower matrix, you can make sure you're focusing on the most important tasks first and avoiding getting bogged down in busy work. Remember, prioritization is not just about getting things done, but getting the right things done. When you focus on what truly matters, you make meaningful progress towards your goals. So, take a moment each day to review your tasks, use the Eisenhower matrix, and adjust your priorities as needed. This way, you'll not only be more productive, but also feel less stressed and more in control of your time. Balancing work and personal life becomes easier when you know what to focus on and what to let go. Ultimately, prioritizing tasks helps you achieve your goals more efficiently and leads to a more fulfilling life. Let's be honest, distractions are everywhere. They seem to be an inevitable part of our modern lives. Our phones, our computers, the TV, even our own thoughts can pull us away from what we're trying to focus on. It's almost as if the world is designed to keep us from concentrating. That's why habit number 4 is all about eliminating distractions. It's about taking control of your environment and your mind. Now, I'm not saying you need to become a monk and live in complete isolation, but you do need to be intentional about creating an environment that supports your focus. This means organizing your physical space and managing your digital space. A cluttered desk can lead to a cluttered mind. Start by identifying your biggest distractions. Take a moment to reflect on what usually pulls your attention away. What are the things that tend to pull you away from your work? Is it the constant ping of notifications or the lure of social media? Is it social media, email, text messages? Or maybe it's the endless stream of news updates. Once you know what your distractions are, you can start to put systems in place to minimize them. This might involve some trial and error. For example, you could try turning off notifications on your phone or setting specific times to check your messages. Using a website blocker to limit your time on social media can also be incredibly effective. There are many tools available to help you stay focused, or finding a quiet place to work where you won't be interrupted. Sometimes, a change of scenery can make all the difference. Remember, the goal is to create an environment where you can focus on the task at hand without constantly being bombarded by distractions. It's about reclaiming your time and your attention. Chapter 5. Practice self-care. This next habit is one that's often overlooked when we talk about self-discipline, but it's so important: self-care. Habit number 5 is all about taking care of your physical, mental, and emotional well-being. When you're feeling run down, stressed out, and exhausted, it's incredibly difficult to muster up the energy and motivation to be disciplined. It's like trying to run a marathon on an empty stomach. You might be able to push through for a little while, but eventually, you're going to hit a wall. That's why it's so important to make self-care a priority. This means different things for different people, but it could include things like getting enough sleep, eating nutritious foods, exercising regularly, spending time in nature, or practicing mindfulness. Think of self-care as recharging your batteries. When you take the time to care for yourself, you're giving yourself the energy and resilience you need to show up as your best self. Chapter 6. Use time management techniques. Okay, let's talk about some practical strategies for managing your time more effectively. Habit number 6 is all about using time management techniques. There are tons of different time management techniques out there, but one of my personal favorites is the Pomodoro technique. It's a simple but effective technique that involves working in focused bursts with short breaks in between. Here's how it works. You set a timer for 25 minutes and work on a single task without distractions. Once the timer goes off, you take a 5-minute break. Then, you repeat the process. After every 4 Pomodoros, you take a longer break of 20 to 30 minutes. This technique is great because it helps you break down large tasks into more manageable chunks, and it also builds in regular breaks to prevent burnout. Of course, the Pomodoro technique isn't for everyone. The key is to find a time management technique that works for you and your work style. Chapter 7. Reflect and adjust. The final habit, and this one is crucial, is to reflect and adjust. Building self-discipline is an ongoing process, and it's important to regularly assess your progress and make adjustments along the way. Think of it like sailing a boat. You wouldn't just set sail in one direction and never adjust your course, right? You'd constantly be checking your compass, looking at the wind, and making small adjustments to stay on track. The same principle applies to building self-discipline. It's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent and making small adjustments over time. So, how do you reflect and adjust? Well, you could try setting aside some time each week to review your goals, your progress, and any challenges you're facing. You could also try journaling about your experiences or talking to a trusted friend or mentor. The key is to be honest with yourself about what's working and what's not working, and to be willing to make changes as needed. Conclusion. So there you have it. 7 simple habits to help you build self-discipline and stop procrastinating. Remember, Building self-discipline is a journey, not a destination. It's about making small, sustainable changes over time. Start by picking one or two of these habits and focus on incorporating them into your daily life. Once they become second nature, you can add in more habits. The most important thing is to be patient with yourself and to celebrate your progress along the way. You've got this. Thanks for watching. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content like this. See you in the next video.